Buenos dias, GM, BM, LM, and very special GM to all Cito Plus members. I'm going to be talking about this a bit later on in this video. Today is a special day with the launch of the Mammoths. The Mammoths are coming. To be honest, as a German, I have a very hard time pronouncing that word. Nonetheless, it's a new NFT collection that will start its whitelist mint today. And Celestia Sloth holders, as well as Thorchain users, those that hold more than 5 collections, are eligible to mint today. And those that hold 2 collections at least are eligible to mint tomorrow, and then the public mint is going to happen on Friday. All mints are priced at 0.75 TIA, but we're going to talk about this later. Now, I have a long list of news to share, but I want to start off with Aleph 02 news. Number 1, they're going to decentralize their validator set. Aleph 0 is an L1 app chain built on Substrate, not on the Cosmos SDK, but on Substrate, with a very strong focus on ZK privacy, but also interoperability and also scalability. They're building out their entire own privacy ecosystem, but also onboarding lots of enterprise like Saudi Telecom, Deutsche Telekom, and a lot more. A huge Polish bank. We talked about this also a couple of weeks ago. But Aleph 0 now announced that they're going to decentralize their foundation validators, which means if you're currently delegating to one of them, then you'll soon stop to accrue staking rewards, which means you have to delegate to someone else. And with Cito, we're also running an Aleph 0 validator, so you can delegate to us. That's the first announcement. The second announcement, they're about to also open source their ZK OS code line, which is more than 40,000 lines of code base. So those are 2 very bullish news. The Aleph 0 price has gone sideways after this little pump period, went from 27, 26 cents to over 60, almost 70 cents, now chilling at around 48 cents. But we're currently in this like slightly consolidation phase. I hope that before year end, we're going to see another big pump across the board, especially for altcoins, because right now it's just pretty much Bitcoin that is doing all-time highs and altcoins are chilling a little bit, but hopefully this is going to change. Now, we also have some news from Agoric. They're also our media partners here. They just announced a partnership with BeraTrax, which means the Agoric orchestration layer is also now integrated in BeraChain DeFi, which is very good. And I think from a brand positioning, it makes a lot of sense to get Agoric's orchestration integrated also in ecosystems that are going to do very well in the bull run. And I think there's barely anyone out there who doubts that BeraChain will not make big waves, at least. Also in the context of Agoric, remember Tribbles are coming, which is going to be a new meme coin that is getting airdropped to a lot of Cosmos communities, including Sloth holders, Bad Kids, also Saga stakers, Build stakers, and many more. And of course, go follow the Tribbles Twitter account, but also follow this account, DCF_IO. This is the Decentralized Corporation Foundation, the organization behind Agoric and also Interprotocol. And yeah, part of their team is also building Tribbles. So follow them as well. They also do a lot of incentivized campaigns here and there. And maybe we can also do something in the future where Cito viewers, Cito Plus members get incentivized, maybe like a reverse drop or something. They're some of the best and most OG builders in the Cosmos ecosystem, having built out this JavaScript smart contract platform, but also Interprotocol as this decentralized stable token, which I still think is urgently needed to get to 50, 100, $200 million in TVL, because ever since UST collapsed in Terra, we never had a decentralized coin to fill that void, fill that gap. Now we have Noble USDC, we also have USDT, even though that's still kind of underperforming, but IST could and should be the one to fill that gap, also mostly because it's collateralized by Atom, by TIA, by Osmo, a basket of Cosmos coins, and with a near 0% fee to mint IST, which you can then deploy across DeFi. I think there's also now this interesting flywheel. But yeah, follow DCF. There might be things cooking also for future campaigns, and let's get them to 1,000 followers. Right now we're at 723. Let's get them to 1,000 followers. And then we also have some news about Babylon. I talked about Babylon's Cap 3 and gave my estimation about reaching a $10 billion TVL, which was too ambitious, but nonetheless, they have reached 6 billion, and Babylon is now ranked in the top 10 just behind MakerDAO and Athena, but still above Pendle, above Jito, above Hyperliquid, Jupiter, Symbiotic, and many more. So Babylon is now, in fact, the largest Cosmos-based project when it comes to TVL in all of crypto. There is one other project that I don't think anybody really knows anything about it, which is called Provenance, that has a 10 or $11 billion TVL, which actually would rank it in the top 4. That is a full-on Cosmos SDK blockchain as well, but they're not really tracked here for some reason. But that's an RWA play. But Babylon is a project that enabled and coined the term of Bitcoin staking. So you can come here in Babylon, you can stake your BTC. Right now the staking window is closed, cap 3 was filled, but you can stake your BTC here, which is what 135,290 people have done. And Lombard received by far the most delegations. Almost half of all delegations went to Lombard's finality provider. Lombard is also backed by Franklin Templeton. So that itself is going to be a huge project. Also a liquid staking provider and kind of DeFi suite that is going to be built around Babylon's Bitcoin staking protocol. With Stake Cito, we don't have 23,000 BTC staked with us, but 3.64, which to be honest, that's like almost 400K right now. So thank you to each and every one of you who has chosen Stake Cito as their finality provider of choice. Truly, truly appreciate that. And to be honest, we didn't think that we would get so many delegations as a true community and retail validator, because yeah, those big players here, they're all LST providers, have huge partnerships with institutions, organizations, huge Bitcoin whales. And it's refreshing to see that also the Cosmos community is very, very active in that. Now, the interesting thing is what this actually does for Bitcoin, right? We always talk about how bullish Babylon is, but Babylon actually changes the game for Bitcoin, because now Bitcoin is in fact a top 10 staking token, a top 10 based on staking market cap. Actually, this number is higher now, almost 6 billion, just behind Polkadot, but above HBAR, above TIA, and only has 0.3% staked. Now imagine that number goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%. Imagine if only 5% of all BTC are staked through Babylon in the next year and a half, 2 years. We're talking tens of billions of dollars that are staked there, right? Bitcoin is a $2 trillion asset. So 5% would be 100 billion, right? 100 billion in staking market cap. The Babylon chain itself is also going to launch, I guess, in Q1. So that's probably going to be phase 2. And then we'll also see the baby token launch, hopefully with a nice airdrop. That will be good. Then we have some big news about Saga as well. Saga just announced Mainnet 2.0, and with it also a integration of Uniswap v3, which is the first integration and launch of Uniswap as its app chain, on its own app chain, basically, because Saga is an ecosystem of chains. So there's the Saga main chain, and then there are so-called chainlets that are basically app chains that yeah, are optimized for one specific use case. Saga itself is optimized for gaming, but it's not limited to gaming. And we also saw another chain that is in the AI space. Now we see Uniswap, and as the liquidity layer LIL is about to launch in Q1 of 2025, it makes a lot of sense to also bootstrap the DeFi ecosystem. So bullish news on Saga, big launch. And I think, yeah, now it's also all about preparing for 2025 and how Saga can be positioned as a liquidity powerhouse, a shared security zone, but also in the gaming, AI, and DeFi space. That would be nice to see if Saga can absorb a lot of liquidity and users there. Remember, Saga, everything that happens within the Saga ecosystem is gasless, so users do not have to think even about gas tokens and all these kind of things. It's very user-centric, and probably the best, it will have the best UX UI in DeFi. If it's all gasless, I mean, this would take away a lot of complexity and make everyone's lives a lot easier. So that's Saga. You can read through that whole announcement there. In that context, they also announced a partnership or integration with Evmos for integrating their EVM, Squid Router, which is native to the Axelar ecosystem, and also Oku or OKU, which is going to deploy Uniswap contracts. So this is very good news. Saga as a token has major unlocks coming in April of 2025. Just something for you to be aware of. But as we get closer to early April, I think it's April 9, we'll obviously keep you posted. Me personally, I'm a private investor in Saga since mid-2022 or something like that. So just for full disclosure at this point, but I think most of you already know that because I always say that. Anyways, the Saga token currently at $1.83, which implies roughly $2 billion FTV, slightly below that. Staking APR 6.62%. And yeah, let's see where this lands. After the unlocks, maybe in early Q1, I think there could be a decent pump. Also, there's going to be more and more airdrops for the Saga community, loyal stakers, those that compound their stake. It's also the Saga airdrop that I got for my Atom compounding over the years. I just always restaked that and compounded my Saga airdrop. So I'm still in the race. I think a lot of you already dropped out, but I'm still in the race to compound my Saga tokens. And yeah, hopefully in next year, this is also going to be a relevant thing with Vault 2.0 launching, but we'll also keep you posted here on the channel and then more in detail with all Cito Plus members. Now, yesterday was also a big day with the Pengu token launch, which is the token for the Pudgy Penguin community and also the broader EVM Ethereum community. I think even Solana community members got this airdrop. Pudgy Penguins currently has a $3 billion FTV roughly. At the same time, however, the Pudgy Penguin floor price went down 53%. So it kind of balanced itself out after, in anticipation of the token launch earlier this month, we saw a massive pump from 15.9 ETH December 6th to now basically round trip it back after the airdrop was distributed. Probably, I don't know, a good time to buy, I guess, if it reached those levels, because maybe there's going to be more airdrops in the future. Pretty sure about that, but we'll see. I'm not a Pudgy Penguin holder. I'm not deep in the community, so I don't really know. But looks like this is just a immediate overreaction of the airdrop being distributed. Anyways, we have something else cooking in the Cosmos, which is where I am native to, where I'm deep in the trenches, and my team as well. The Mammoths are coming, and it's they just made this announcement here. The collection is going to have 9,999 Mammoths that are all frozen, I guess, in the beginning. And it seems like there's also some AI component to it. Echos.fun, which is the AI agent platform developed by the Stride team, also commented on this, that this will be one of the first NFT communities augmented with AI. So going to be interesting to see, read through that announcement. Eligibility criteria, there's phase 1 that starts today, 6 p.m. UTC. So by the time you're watching this video, this is already live. And Celestia Sloth holders are whitelisted, including also other communities and even conference attendees. Phase 2 will be for those that have also held more than 2 Modularium collections. Modularium is this NFT marketplace on Format Chain. We did a lot of content also back in the days when this thing launched. And yeah, I also minted some of them. I think I'm eligible for phase 1 and phase 2. So let me know if you're eligible as well. And yeah, then there's going to be a public mint also on Friday. Snapshot was Monday, December 9, 3 p.m. UTC. And this is also exactly where Cito Plus comes in. Cito Plus is a premium community where you can also ask individual questions tailored to your situation, your portfolio, and just save a lot of time on research and on consuming content also, right? Because even content these days is very, very broad. It's very consuming. Even watching these videos here on a daily basis is like 20, 30 minutes a day. And then you still have a lot of questions and follow-ups, and you still don't really know for your individual situation what to do, where to click, where to go. But this is what Cito Plus fixes. We launched with a $99 for 6-month membership. So not monthly, but $99 for 6 months. This is basically the early pioneers phase. The demand, to be honest, was very, very big. We also consciously kept it a little bit low-key because I don't want to make it too big in the beginning and rather have a smoother rollout for early members, early pioneers, and then have a public launch sometime in Q1, early Q1 next year. So we're going to have multiple cohorts, multiple caps, if you will. Cap 1 is pretty much filled now. If you really want to get in, then you can find the link in the channel intro video here on this channel, which I also just made a new channel intro video. And in the top video description, you can also find the link for the Cito Plus community. Anyways, here we're sharing airdrop portfolio ideas and all those kind of things on Whoop itself, which is a platform for sharing exclusive content. And we also have a Discord channel. So you can also join the Cito Plus Discord, which is where we're also sharing a lot more time-sensitive, real-time information about airdrops and all these kind of things. Now, moving over to the broader vision, broader announcements. We have so much that's happening right now. And it's really refreshing and amazing to see that the Cosmos account on Twitter is now posting articles. We're hosting spaces. We did one yesterday, actually, where I was also invited to, which was really good, with Yelena from Noble, Zaki was there, Jihan from Informal, even Jacob Gadikian was there, and many more, right? Oli, who is now with Entchan Labs as well, he hosted that, so big shout out Oli as well. Great host, great person. And yeah, I think overall, the vibes are just improving. We're seeing this unification in the Cosmos finally, within the core Cosmos kind of developer community, but also outside of Cosmos, right? The BeraTrax, the Nishias, they're kind of seem to be more inclined to be realigned with the Cosmos ecosystem, which doesn't really matter, I guess, if you're don't really care about BeraTrain, but I think for me personally at least, it's a very big sign to boost the reputation, the credibility, the vibes, the cohesion, alignment, coordination. All those things are so important, and that's what Solana got right. That's what Ethereum got right until a point, right? I think Ethereum also has its own struggles now, but in Cosmos we're getting there, and this is a very, very bullish sign. Now we also have the newcomers like Story Protocol, which is actually going to be a multi-billion-dollar chain as well. Story Protocol is a Cosmos app chain optimized for IP, intellectual property, and they just introduced Agent TCP IP, which is a framework that lets agents trade IP with each other. That's probably the end game for brands, for companies, for AI, and how it will be merged with crypto. I remember in 2017, 2018, this was all like a huge meme, right? Like AI meets crypto, and now those are the actual use cases that will make this a reality. So keep Story on your radar as well. They also have this mascot, remember that as well. Currently, there's nothing much you can do, I guess, play around with the testnet, but maybe that mascot will also turn into some sort of meme coin or NFT collection on Story. Then we also have news from Namada. Mainnet phase 2 is now live, which means staking is live. Staking rewards are accruing. If you are staking right now, but you want to sell your NUM tokens for some reason, once NUM gets transferable in phase 5, once IBC gets enabled, then remember there's a 14-day period that you have to wait when you unstake. So if you click unstake, you stop accruing staking rewards, and you have to wait 14 days until your NUM tokens get liquid. I just stake and forget. Obviously, we also have Stake Cito as a validator, so I also delegate to Stake Cito, and hope that we can also get up in the rankings and be on this competitive chain as a validator, also high up there. And we also really appreciate all of your delegations. We're already ranked, I think, in the top 2. We're second when it comes to unique delegators, and ranked 17 or 18 when it comes to voting power, aka NUM delegated to us. So that's just my game plan, but of course, in your personal situation, it might be different, and you might choose to do something different. Fair enough. Then we also have dYdX. Antonio, he was now the CEO again after he went away for some time, but now he's back, founder and CEO of dYdX, saying also that soon they will be releasing a streamlined mobile-first dYdX, which is very bullish. I think what's also lacking big time in Cosmos is a mobile-first experience. And that's what Phantom got dead right on Solana. Now we're seeing dYdX could be the one who is talking to the retail masses by being mobile first, right? And it's literally, you see an ad on TikTok or on Instagram or some other platform, you swipe up and you're in the app, right? You don't have to get to your computer. You're just, you don't have to open your desktop. You just open an app and everything is there. With one click, it's all integrated. And if dYdX can figure that out and build a product that is very easy to use for mobile users, I think they will do extremely well. And I'm already very bullish on dYdX, but even more so. Another project I'm very bullish is Akash Network. AKT, still my largest position now in my liquid portfolio. It's now a close battle between AKT and Hedera HBAR, which I've held for years and just went through the roof. HBAR also has these ETF rumors. I saw Eric Balchunas from Bloomberg also tweet about it the other day, saying actually that an HBAR ETF could be next in line, which would be interesting. So I'm definitely going to hold that on. But Akash AKT, also one that I'm just holding because I think this is going to do really well. And you can also look at the numbers, right? The product market fit for Akash Network is second to none. For being a non-financial use case is amazing. So Akash Network, very bullish, huge increase in new leases. Also now that they have integrated credit card payments. Then also Thorchain, another one that I'm very bullish on, the Rune token itself. Affiliates, they also have this affiliate system, and affiliates have made all-time highs after all-time highs in recent months. You can see some of the numbers here. And they're about to launch their new L1 application layer. And that is also going to have liquidity integrated, and then also a whole suite of DeFi applications integrated, which is going to be interesting, and also a revenue share, which I think is where a lot of these L1 ecosystems are going, right? This is also kind of the whole game plan of Saga, right? We talked about the liquidity integration layer and all these chainlets. There's no gas fees. There's just an integrated economic zone of app-specific networks. And I think that's where the trend is going anyways with these L1s, right? They have to natively integrate liquidity and natively integrate interoperability while also maintaining a level of sovereignty and customizability within their own ecosystem. Then new listing for the Mantra token. We're still waiting for the revised tokenomics proposal to come out. I'll keep you posted on that as well, and of course all Cito Plus members. But token just got listed on Coinone, which is a Korean exchange. I would say that Korean exchange listings are probably the most underrated ones because those guys are just trading like crazy. So good to see listed now with the Korean one as well. And Osmosis just listed Filecoin and Ripple XRP. So now supported assets on Osmosis. Ripple also just came out with a big announcement, by the way, of launching their own stablecoin, LUSD, I think. So Ripple Ledger USD, which is also good to see. Then Stride coming out also saying that it feels good to be building in Cosmos. Now that Atom is being run by Skip, Celestia pushing the envelope of DA or data throughput with the recent V3 upgrade, which doubles their throughput, Osmosis smooth and secure one-click trading, Initia gearing up for launch. That's also going to be a very, very big launch. dYdX Mega Vault, highly successful, usually successful, $50 million in deposits, and a lot more. So Stride team is spreading the positive vibes, which is what we need. And also more and more snapshots, airdrops. And now we're entering launch season, which means we're entering airdrop season and also mint season. Another new collection that's coming up is called Entchan. This is actually the designer that is also behind all these characters on Osmosis, like Wasmongton, Dojmos, and many more. And he just came out, GM after the filter, snapshot taken. And this is his collection, his profile. So check that out as well. Could be interesting. And Stargaze also has something cooking with Osmosis. So instantiate Osmo factories, something is cooking, going to be interesting as well. And sticking around launch season, airdrop season, Fuel, you might also be eligible for that airdrop. Round 1 is still reserved for Fuel users, testnet users, all these kind of things. There might be a future airdrop for TS stakers as well, because John Adler, the co-founder of Celestia, is also the co-founder at Fuel, and there are some close ties. I remember also the first interview I did with Celestia back in late 2021, December 2021. With John, actually. So definitely an OG project, deeply connected with the Celestia community and also the OG Ethereum community. And finally, some more news around the Atom Economic Zone. Welcome Elys to the world, Elys Network, which started off as a perp stacks, but it's now its own kind of DeFi suite. Launched their token. It's at 38 cents, which implies roughly $20 million in FTV. You can stake your Elys tokens. It's a Atom secured chain, the next partial set secured chain. With Cito, we're right here, so you can also delegate your Elys tokens to us. There is an airdrop, which is not yet claimable, but you can check your allocation, and then I guess in the coming hours or days, it will be claimable. Also, you can play around with the product. This is how it looks like, app.elys.network, and get familiar with the Elys perp stacks and exchange. Anyways, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, special shout out to all Cito Plus members. Truly means a lot, and very excited to go on this journey with you guys together. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Until then, stay lazy and be good.